Welcome back, troops, and today we're in the shed. Well, actually what we're doing is we're taking the shed down because, as you can see, it has definitely seen better days. So I've been emptying stuff out of it, 90% of which has gone in the skip, and some of it will be recycled. But I've found some interesting items in here, and two items of particular interest are what's in this bubble wrap here and what's in this polythene container here. And these are two items we had on expeditions with us. That's myself and my brother, when we used to take very small craft across the Atlantic Ocean. So without these, or certainly without one of these items, we would not have been able to do that. So what we're going to do is I'm going to take these out and we're going to have a look at them. Right, so I'm going to start by opening up the solar still, but a lot of that dirt is actually inside the packaging, so it's leaked into it somehow. That's the manufacturer, Airborne Industries Limited. And I must have had it for 30 odd years. It's been in the shed for about 15 years. So it's got a diagram on the outside of what it'll look like when it's inflated, and it's got some instructions there. And then it's got some more instructions or explanations on the back. So it's got some information as well on what to do and what not to do regarding your lack of drinking water. So don't remove your clothes, don't eat, because eating consumes water to process it. It says don't drink blood, it says don't drink seawater, don't drink urine, don't drink fish juice, and don't swim. But I tell you what we used to do when we were out in the Atlantic and it was hot, was we would use seawater as a coolant, but that wasn't too good because you get saltwater boils. So perhaps that wasn't such a good thing. What does it say here? Do take seasickness pills, keep in the shade, minimise work, use wind, damp clothing when hot. Well, we used to do that. We used to use seawater. Collect rainwater. We used to do that as well. Anyway, there's water inside it. So we'll get it open. We'll see what it looks like. So there's a tab here. It says pull this tab to open, and that'll tear the polythene open. There's a package inside the package, or maybe this is the still itself. So it's got some gummy water on it. Right, now then, it blows up somehow. Okay, so this is the bag for bleeding off the water. I think that's very optimistic. This tube's a bit squashed. So, somehow it blows up, somehow I've got to get some water into it. Now then, what's this? There's the nozzle to blow it up, and this will be the nozzle to put water in. So let's blow it up first. I'm probably going to get poisoned here, blowing it up, because probably all sorts on it. This is just for tying it down so you don't lose it. Or in fact, I'm not absolutely sure without reading the instructions, but I think they expected you to tow it behind. You're at sea and the waves just wash it about all over the place. If treated with care, the still will produce drinking water for months. Unpack the still, open it to form a disc with the clear side uppermost. Well, presumably this is the clear side uppermost. Locate mouth inflation valve A, and that is that valve there, just like your armband valve or your paddly pool valve. Squeeze stem of valve and inflate hard by mouth. Locate filler tube B, so that's this one here. Check it's not twisted and use life raft bellows or by mouth inflate cone until 3/4 full. So there's 2 sections to inflate. Keep the still level, pour about 1 gallon 4 litres of seawater into reservoir through filler tube B, so that is this one here. So that's just going to stay inflated presumably. Roll up tube B and tie it off with tape provided, then tie tapes to handling line C. Handling line C? Oh, that's this. So just to tie that on, stop it from... Oh, another thing as well, when it gets windy these things want to blow away. I remember that. Right, on flat surface agitate the still by rocking motion, ensuring centre of black fabric is wet. Great care must be taken to ensure no seawater enters collecting gutter. This process must be repeated daily. Should collecting gutter become contaminated with seawater, the operating instructions given at B9D to G should be carried out. So that'll be on the back. Tie hand line C to life raft and place in direct sunlight. Place the still on the sea only if there is insufficient space in your life raft. Let's get it blown up. Okay, I'll come back to you when I'm dizzy. Right, that just blows up the internal ring, but I spotted a hole on the external ring there, so I'm going to have to get some tape. I don't know why that hole's appeared, but I'm going to have to get some tape and lock that up. Right, that's quite a big hole in there. Let's hope it's the only one. Right, this tape's been in the shed for the same amount of time, under the same conditions. Bit windy. Oh, I thought we had another hole there. I can't understand how that hole got in. Right, we've got that. Right, now we'll blow the cone piece up. Right then, so that's the solar still blown up, inflated. So there's two inflation points. One is the internal donut ring, and the other is the cone itself. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put a good couple of litres of water in it. You can see that there is condensation there, but that condensation has to run down into this gutter here, so it wants blowing up a little bit more, and then it bleeds off from this pipe here down into a bag, this bag here. As I say, it's all contaminated already, so it's not in good order, but we'll see if it works. We'll see if we get any fluid out of it. Right, I've got 2 litres of water to put in. The recommended is 4, but I think 2 will be sufficient. I might put 3 in. Right, so that's 3 litres of water in it. It's 10:15 now, just gone. We're going to leave it all day, and it should be sunny all day, so I'm going to I better weight it down because it is a bit windy, so I'll just put bricks on the straps just so it doesn't blow away, and we'll come back this evening and we'll see what we've got. Right, well, it's now 10 to 7 in the evening, so as far as we're concerned, the sun has gone down. It's in shadow now. The sun hasn't actually physically gone down, but it's fairly low and we're in shadow now. So we've pretty much collected as much as we're going to collect. If I just tap it a bit and tilt it just a little bit, forgetting about the bricks it's on. And tilt it just a little bit. So since 10:15 or 10:20 this morning, we've collected almost exactly, well, just shy of 400 millilitres, and there's nothing in the bottom of this that I caught to catch any leaks. So what you can do is, it's got this little valve. It's not really a valve system, it's more a plug system. So you can put that on there, stop so you don't lose any water out. Oh, that's bad. And then you've got a plug for this one as well. But I must say that you've got to untie the string, because the string won't let you. Right, that's it. So we've got nigh on 400 millilitres of water in there. So I could take that off and plug the end up here. This is poorly designed. Alright, now I can tighten that up so you don't get any fresh water coming out or any salt water going in. And now, seeing as this was contaminated, I shouldn't really test this water, but I'll risk it for a biscuit. It's fresh. Will you get out of it? It's fresh, but it's got the strong taste of plastic. Very strong taste of plastic about it. And I don't know whether it's the plastic or some other contaminant, but it's got a very chemically taste to it as well. But anyway, that's it. So as predicted, we didn't get half a litre of water, which is, I mean, it'll eke whatever supplies you've got out a bit longer, but in the long term it's not going to keep one person alive in a tropical environment. And if there's 2 or 3 of you, I mean, if you had 2 of these, but as I say, in the real situation where the sea's not flat, it's just not flat, not out in the Atlantic. It's very, very, we did have one occasion where it was glass calm, scarily calm, but generally it is pretty up and down. Even if there's no wind, you've still got a swell running from a wind there was a day ago, or from a wind a few hundred miles away. So the work, but marginally. So in a bit later episode, I'm not saying the next episode, but a bit later we'll have a look at the other device we took with us, and this may not work because I'm expecting the membrane inside it to be perished, but we'll take a look at this in a later video. That's what really did sustain us. These are what really did sustain us when we were sailing. Really, this one, the big version, but this one definitely doesn't work anymore. It's got no leads on it. There'd have been no biocide put inside on the membrane after it's been used, and we've used it so much that the bearings are just about worn out on it. See, that bearing is very loose there now. So anyway, we'll look at this in a future episode.